right? Okay.
It's
Okay. So based on your chart,
mhm,
before we talk about the chart, I want to talk about the data that you gave me. You
mhm,
said 2 a.m., but then you said, so I pay attention when somebody said 2 a.m. distinct like that, it is subconsciously, maybe they know the time. But
mhm,
then you said between 1 and 2. So I started checking, and between some events that you told me and about your partner in life, which shows in your chart because that's how it goes, I came up with three times possible. One is between 1 a.m. to 1:06, one is between 1:07 to 1:28, and one between 1:20 or like 1:30 to 2 a.m., which I believe this is the orb, 1:30 to 2 a.m. So I picked the
mhm,
middle ground, which is
mhm,
1:45.
mhm.
So
Okay.
we can be worst case scenario 15 minutes off, or we
Mhm,
can be smack on or 2 minutes off. When
mhm,
it comes to analyzing who you are and all that, it doesn't make much difference. When it comes to events in your life and predicting and helping you in the future, if we work together, every 4 minutes I can be a year off.
mhm,
So when we talk about things, see how where we get.
mhm. And
I'm
is
gonna,
there a way, if you're telling me things that say that have happened, or as we continue doing the readings together, do you think that you may want to shift the time that
absolutely.
that you might have
Maybe,
predicted based off
maybe
of
even
that?
based on today, we're gonna shift the time. We're
Mm,
going to talk about you and your chart and some events, and then let's see how close we are. Absolutely, because some things are off,
good, good.
like smack on, like almost to the day. So it's very accurate. So I'm going to share my screen. Hold
Sure.
on. Share screen. Okay, so I sent it to you via email. You got it, right? Or you did not?
Uh, I didn't receive this.
Oh, last night I sent you an email to the email that you gave me originally with a
Let me
reminder.
see.
Um, So,
I have so many.
okay,
No, let's see actually. Oh, just Friday meeting reminder. I hope you're having a good vacation. Reminder of meeting tomorrow. Yes, I just got it. Attaching a copy
okay.
of your
So
estimated
this I have
astrology.
the right email address, which is fine. Now,
Yep.
let's start. So this is your chart. Now, what is a chart? Astronomically speaking, a chart is a reflection of you at the time of birth looking up and bringing all these stars down to Earth and drawing a circle astronomically. Now, it's not only stars, it's additional points, which we create a chart, a circle, and say this is your astrological chart. Looking to the east, so this represents east, west, south, and north, and this is planets and some other symbols. Okay, so for you, it's Chinese at this point. Now,
Uh-huh.
this represents your life map. Okay, it gonna manifest over an entire lifetime from age 0 until you continue, and the life stay on even after you pass. So there is no one to know when somebody pass.
Mhm.
Uh, when you look at charts of famous people, you can clearly see their chart activated, things happening, and times when they're in the news, like if they were alive. Okay, so it's really fascinating. So this represents who you are, which we're going to talk about. This also represents events in life. However, all the life events and what's happening to you, past, current, future, is up to you. What do I mean by that? It represents a period of something that's going to happen, but how you react to it represents your future, creates your future. So I can tell you, for example, today you're going to be in a Long Island Expressway, but I will not know which lane you're going to choose. This is up to you. So when things
Mm,
happen in life, you have a choice. The choice is how to react. And
right.
based on your reactions, things unfold in your life. You know,
Mm,
astrology gives you the tool to understand all that. So if you have certain issues with a career, for example, I can tell you when they start, when they end. So when you know when something starts and ends, it's like playing in the stock market with inside information. Okay, well, I can act differently than if I never know. Now, some charts of people are very easy charts. Some charts are complicated. Without being an astrologer, you can just understand when you see a square in red, a certain challenge that you're born into. When you see a trine in blue or some star, are certain positive things that are flowing energy, flowing good in your life, which you can take advantage on. So, in layman terms, is when somebody have an easy chart, it's not really all rosy because they can have everything beautiful, no challenge, no this, no that. And then comes, I don't know, age 35, and they start getting hit with issues and they don't know how to deal with it because
mm,
they never learned difficulties. So
right.
they crumble. Those who had difficult charts, you know, if they learn how to deal with it, then okay, well, and I got another shit comes my way. I know how to deal with it.
Right. Right.
So, um, now, your chart is very interesting. You're born in, and I work with a lot of international people. I don't know, maybe because I am also international, so I draw this kind of charts to me.
Mm,
But we're going to focus on your natal chart in Pakistan. Over time, many years, when you're in the US, the US chart start kicking in with certain personality traits.
mm,
So I don't want to confuse you too much, but we're going to focus on that. And as you grow older, many years in the US, the other parts of the chart that are US based, for example, uh, if I will take this and I will take this here New York chart. So if I put them side by side, for example, just so you get an idea,
mm.
or wheels, you're gonna get the original and then New York, and you see how the energies originally are this way in New York in that way. Okay.
Wow.
Same energies, because at the same time, same day, but the view is different because you're looking at the energies from another part of the world. So
Wow.
you have a twin who was born at the same time with you in two different parts of the world. Everybody have a twin, many twins. Everybody was born at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But the way they react to the energies, that's what dictates their future. Okay. And
Mm,
their current also. So, what we see in a personal chart before we gotta peel the layers, okay? And it takes time, and you have to understand yourself. Not everything that I'm gonna say to you may be part of your personality because you're still young. You're only in your early 30s, you know. When you
mm,
talk to people, somebody is in 60s, okay, that's a whole other story.
mm,
So your signature, so to speak, we look at three things at your sun sign, which is a Libra sign, is in a sign of Libra,
mm,
very balanced person, peacemaking, you know, like get along with people, things like that. We're looking at your moon sign, which is in a sign of Capricorn, which is very tough. And we're looking at your ascendant, which how you project yourself. It's in the sign of Leo. We'll talk about it in detail in 2 seconds. I just wanted you to remember when somebody asks you what your sign is, well, I'm a Libra sign, Capricorn moon, Leo ascendant. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm looking, and now I wrote too many notes. I cannot, don't want to miss anything.
um,
So, Overall, your chart is very cardinal fixed. What does it mean? There is a lot of cardinality, which means you are go-getter person, you're an assertive person, you action, a lot of action in your life.
Mm,
Same time fixed. Fixed can make you very stubborn,
mm,
but at the same time, it makes you know how to start something and stick with it. So everything is good and bad. You know,
mm,
cardinality is good, is action, a lot of
mm,
fire, a lot of let's go get them. But if you don't use it right, you can be an aggressive person without, regards to people.
mm,
All the energies here, which are planets, they are all talk to each other. Okay, so think about it. It's like you have to get, and they're all sitting in different areas of the chart. Each area of a chart represents a different area of life. Okay,
mm,
and all these energies, without being an astrologer, you can see the concentration of energies in the bottom part of the chart. So the bottom part of the chart tells me that you are a private person. Although in New York, in the US, the more time go up, the more outgoing you are. But you
mm,
is a very private person.
mm.
Now, by the way, if something doesn't resonate with you, please tell me. I don't want to go off in another direction because some things can have different meanings.
Sure.
So you're a balanced person, you're very grounded, you're action oriented, and you like to make things happen.
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
very low mutability, which means you're stubborn, like we said, but the more time go by in the US, you learn how to get along with situations.
Mm.
But yeah, the signature of your chart is action,
Action, you said?
action, 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 action. You need action. It's a lot of fire. Now,
Mm,
this area of the chart is what we call our first house, okay? And this area is ascendant. The ascendant is how you represent yourself. You are what we call a Leo rising. Leo rising is me first. It's all about me. I don't want to say the word selfish, but I say very high self. I'm first.
mhm.
There is drama with it also. Could be drama, but it's like,
You can ask Brendan about that part.
I don't talk to him about you, and yeah, I won't talk to you about him. Everybody is separate. Um, the chart shows that there is a certain pain, maybe a persona, something that you feel or you project about a certain wound about yourself. Maybe it's just a psychological wound. If something doesn't go away, it's part of you. Maybe you're aware of it, maybe not. I just wanted to mention it. Okay. So your sun sign, which also is part of the first house, but it's in the third house of siblings and communication, is in the sign of Libra. Sign of Libra is the peacemaker, is somebody who needs people around him, which is very interesting because it's all about you, but you
Mm.
want people around, which means you want it's all about me, my way or the highway.
It sounds
Um, it shows also that you're very close with siblings. Part of your and you're very communicative, and you're an objective thinker, which is very good. You're diplomatic, you're peacemaker, you're connected to your siblings, you're getting along with your neighbors, your surrounding. Maybe it's even part of your work, I don't know. You project yourself with very self-confidence. You're a leader type, action-oriented person. I know I keep saying it because it keeps popping up.
mm,
Very strong self-esteem, and there is also good connection to this energy that make you know how to project yourself with niceness, so to speak, nice to people, not like an asshole type of person.
Mhm.
It's like all about me and F you, you're diplomatic. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, right.
Um, Now, you're very strong also. There is an energy around here that talks about strong and disciplined. You're disciplined, you're reliable, and you are able to transform yourself. Now, this word transformation is part of you for life. Your life path is constant transformation, and we'll talk about it. Um, the danger that you have, if you are not careful, is sudden anger bursts
Oh
because
my.
another energy in the chart that indicates that suddenly you can explode. You gotta maintain yourself, contain yourself. Okay.
I'm laughing. Sorry, it's too spot on.
Yeah, you see, what happened is this is the deck of cards that you dealt when you came to this world. Why? I don't know. Ask the people above. But this is the cards that you had to play with. Now, these cards getting activated. And what do I mean by activated? When you're born, minute one, this is what happened. Now, in the sky, somewhere up there, those energies are moving. So you have the base, which is this, but then you have what goes around you, which are energies are moving. So the moon, for example, it moves fast. Okay. Some things move slow. So as things are moving, it collaborate 100% with energies inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
This is all represent what's inside of us. Why we are in sync with what's up there, I do not know, but it just works. So we know based on calendars of every single day, like I have this book that shows me every single day, every date, every energy, what degree and what sign it is. Today there are computers, 30 years ago I would have to do all this manually. I push a button and I see, but the translation, I got to interpret it. So when those things are moving around, they create certain mathematical relationship with the energies that are fixed, which is inside of you. Those cause you triggers, what we call. And I know it sounds confusing now a bit, but in time you'll understand what I mean. And those triggers cause you, okay, today I get angry. It's an urge to get angry. You can hold yourself. Everything is about decision, you know.
Right.
So it's fascinating, but it works extremely accurate.
Right.
Okay.
And
Uh,
sorry, just to piggyback off of what you said about how everything kind of collaborates with the outbursts of anger or emotion, is that coming from a specific house or is it
no, it's
coming
coming
from?
from this energy. It's called Uranus. The way
Okay.
it um, the way it interacts with your sun sign, it's what we call in a square sign. It's part of the red squares. Every time there is a square, there is a challenge, and that challenge can be activated in certain periods. So, like right now, for example, I know I'm jumping ahead, but just so you understand, we are coming out of a period that's called Mercury retrograde. I don't
Right.
know if you heard the term Mercury retrograde. You heard it?
Definitely. Yes, yes, yes.
You know what it means?
Kind of.
Okay.
Just more they're going to be a little bit difficult, but not to the
Yeah,
extent that
so
you.
Mercury is the planet of communication up there in the sky. On Earth, people, it affects our communication. Anything that has to do with communication, which is verbally talking to people, which is computers, transportation, logic, everything on the mind. 3 times a year, that energy seems like it's moving backwards. It's because some speed of planets. But when it's sort of moving backwards, people are not thinking straight. Unless you're one of these people who were born under Mercury retrograde period, then you don't have a problem, but you are not one of them. So you're affected by it. So this is a good time. So first of all, there is a lot of miscommunication during these times. And then after 3 weeks, things going back to normal. So I will not be surprised if in the past 3 weeks you had a lot of miscommunication with people, some miscommunication, maybe computer issues, maybe delayed in plans change, everything that has to do with communication. Um, so then it's going to go back to normal. So we are right now at the end of this, like a few more days and everything is back to normal. But that's about communication. So that's a certain trigger in people's mind. That other trigger here, which I was talking about, outbursts, it's with you for life. It can get triggered when the moon is usually is the biggest trigger. Um, but we're jumping ahead. First, I want to talk about the base. Then I'm going to want to talk about some events and then what's going on. Okay. But at any time, stop me and ask me a question. Okay. So I said, yeah, if you're not careful, you're in danger of anger burst. This is part of your personality of sudden impulses, unexpected. At the same time, the plus side of it is you have what I call genius moments. You can have some bright ideas, seriously, like genius moments. So again, it depends how you know, how you choose to react when things happen. Now, your moon sign, which is this, um, is in a sign of Capricorn. It's very, very tough. It's not happy. The moon doesn't like to be there. Okay, so emotionally, you are very tough. It also represents the mother, a very tough person. Okay. Um, the good thing about it, you're very tough emotionally, and you are highly influenced by the mind because of the connection to Mercury, which influences communication, which means you're not able to control your emotions from the mind. You're not able to separate. So if you're thinking negatively, you're going to be pissed off. If you're thinking positively, you're going to be happy. Some people can separate, not you. So this is part of your personality. Okay. Um, yeah, the trine to Jupiter make you very dramatic, a lot of emotional scenes under certain conditions. This is you. You just own it. You can tone it down when these things happen. Um, you're a very hard worker. You take in every day seriously. You're very reliable, very responsible. At work, whatever you do, which we're going to talk about it, you're extremely hardworking, extremely reliable. It's like the step-by-step kind of person. I work hard and make things happen. Um, you grew up, your home and family, in a very intense condition. Very, very intense. A lot of intensity. Um, it's very psychologically complex also. There are a lot of issues, possibly loss in a very young age. I don't know if parent or something, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the family. You're very loyal to your family. It seems like the mother was the real power behind the family. Um, yeah, there is a lot of intensity in this family, and very deep stuff going on. Now, that intensity and this energy is also causing you to have a lot of resourcefulness. Okay, so you are a person, you cannot be one of these people who back to the wall and say, I don't know what to do. You have resources inside, very deep resources. Okay. When you move here, things changing, but it's changing so slow. It's like your base never change. Okay, your base never change. So think about it like a sphere, so to speak, you know. So your base is what it is, but then you have the experiences in life, and we grow up, and today we're here, but we don't change. Like, you know, the leopard has the stripes, the leopard has the stripes. This is your signature. This is who you are. You can tone things down, and there are certain times in life when things are easier or not, but in general, this is your signature. You're a very intuitive person, which is good. Extremely resourcefulness, which I said. Now, two things here that I gotta mention. You're very drawn to groups, friends, uh, part of organizations, things like that. Great.
Mhm.
The area of raising kids is very tough on you. It's a challenge for life.
Mhm.
You have to understand that it's a challenge. I've seen a lot of people that way. It's not bad. It's just a challenge. Some people can raise kids. It's not for you. It's a challenge. So don't beat yourself on that. This is who you are. Just understand that it shows in your chart. It's like a direction for life that you're gonna go and never get there. It's just it, part of what who you are. Um, yeah, the organizations and groups that you like to be is part of intellect and communication interests because it's only the sign of Gemini. So it's not about knitting and drawing. It's about maybe internet stuff, maybe book clubs, and I don't know, anything that has to do with communication, or maybe you are the one who communicate. A lot of social. That's what I'm trying to say. Social groups, blogs, things like that. Okay. Um, Now, relationship for you is another sore spot. It's tough. And when I met Brandon, I said to myself, who the hell is going to marry this person who loves freedom in relationship? And voila, here you are, a twin.
Oh,
You first, you want your freedom in relationship, so it works.
wonderful.
Um, so yeah, so you need your freedom in relationship. You cannot be smothered. You
Mhm.
want to know, and this sign and this symbol show me that it's a challenge for you. A lot of lessons learned, and it will always be there. So this is your vehicle. Okay, you'll always
Mhm.
learn. Relationship, it's like it's tough. Um, yeah, I said you need a partner that who is the same. So you have a partner who is similar to you. Lots of lesson learned. Now, your work houses, everything that has to do with what you do for a living, it's all in earth houses, okay? What I failed to mention in the beginning, actually, we talked, and I wanted to say that the energies are broken down to four elements: fire, earth, air, and water, okay? Um, you have a lot of fire and a lot of earth. You're a very grounded person.
Mhm.
So that's good. The workhouses, which is three areas in the chart that shows me how you deal with work, what you do for living, and things like that. It's all about grounding. So you need tangible results. I
Absolutely.
wrote myself based on what the chart shows. You can be a great real estate agent, but I don't know what you do really. What do you do for living?
Are you kidding me? Wait, I didn't tell you this before. I'm in real estate.
You are seriously?
Yeah.
You got all the tools to be a good real estate
Oh my
because you're
goodness.
very communicative, which is perfect for knowing how to talk to people. You know how to go after people. And earth is all about real estate, earth. No, I
Mm.
didn't know. Nobody told me real estate agent. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I literally work in real estate for the last
Okay
13 years.
then. So that's for you. Perfect for you.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's in a nutshell. So before we go on, questions so far, because I threw a lot of things at you.
Yeah. Um, I guess the career forward the career path that you mentioned, if that's the way that it's saying that it should be towards that, but sometimes I have outbursts or things that are a little bit more fiery. How would you say that are they related at any point? Would they like because sometimes it is hard to work with people. It is.
Sometimes it's hard. It's
Yeah.
everything with you starts and ends with the mind, with logic. Okay. So let's few minutes talk about some milestones in your life, and then we'll talk what you're going through right now, and I will explain also about the progression of where you're at right now. May
Mhm.
help because I don't want to jump to another direction and forget that. Because the milestones are very important to understand if the chart is accurate. And what I mean by accurate, I am 100% convinced that these are the angles of the charts and the energies are in the right places. 100%. What I'm not convinced if those numbers are accurate. 4 Taurus could be 3 Taurus. This could be 6 Taurus. This could be, and when I'm off in that,
Mhm.
I could be off, like I said, up to a year in certain events. So that's why I want to talk about the milestones, and then we talk about other things. So you said it 2001, you moved to the US, and your chart clearly shows a great transformation of life, which correlates with that move.
Mhm.
2004, you moved to New York.
Mhm.
2005, um, the chart shows also that you had a certain new direction in life starting, probably more June 2006. So maybe, did you go study maybe?
I did change schools. Yeah, I was going into high school after.
In
And so that
like what, summer 2006, something like that?
was
2005,
summer
2006?
2007, 8, 9, 10. I graduated in 11. So yeah, 2007 is when I started high school.
7. No, that's not that. Something else was going on. Maybe you just got more serious in life, but how old were you in 2005?
2005, I would have been 13 years old.
Okay, let's forget about this for a second.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was one of my. I mean, I was in this honor society. I gave was pretty much a valedictorian in middle school, so it was kind of like the peak of my like elementary school. I would say it was
Well, the
probably one of the
chart shows, for example, the 2010, age 18, was a confusing year for you. You were in between worlds, so to speak, um, psychologically. 2011 and on, you started to become or develop more intensity
Mm,
for the next 30 years.
okay,
That
that checks
intensity
out.
is can be more also fire.
Right.
I'm just trying to uh, see certain events if it correlates to this. Um, so July 2013, give or take the second part of 2013, did you move?
I started dating Brendan. I did meet Brendan again in July or June maybe in
You said
2013.
November.
In November we started dating, yes. But we met again like so basically we had met each other in March or April first one time and then we
2013.
yeah. And then we met up again in summer. I don't know if it was June or July.
But
He ended up
In July, did you move homes, switched, and in the second part of 2013. If
Mm,
not, within a span of 1 year, maybe
mm.
before, maybe after, did you move? It could be that Brandon is the change.
From what it sounds like, it's probably him because I didn't move any
Okay,
not before year after that
okay,
or after before.
okay. So let me ask you that. In May, and I don't know if you remember a lot of things, but you do have a lot of subconscious, very intuitive, which also may help you remember.
Mm.
Um, do you recall if your life direction, that could be career, suddenly changed, or the company you worked for suddenly changed in middle of 2019? I have a date of May 26, 2019. But that is, if this chart is spot on, it could be a bit little before. Did
Repeat the question again. In 2019, what was
How
it?
old were you in 2019?
2019, I would have been oh my gosh, around 28, right? Yeah,
25 maybe?
27,
26.
27. Yeah, in 2019, I would have been 27.
No, 26. You're becoming 27 in October. So,
And yeah,
so
the
you're
summer.
so you were 26. So did you work at that age?
Yes, I was working in 2019.
So do you recall if suddenly you got maybe promoted or the company changed maybe or something?
Commission structure changed for me in that year. So I joined in 2017. In 2019, the commission structure changed a little before that, though. Not
Okay.
exactly, maybe 2018. Something. I think it changed in 2018, like October 2018, and that was kind of explosive. After that, my income kind of doubled
In
because of the.
October 2018?
That's when they changed the structure, if I recall correctly, because I was still at the same company.
When was that again?
2018, I want to say.
Not 2019, 2018. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere along that time, I
Would you
think.
say middle of the year, beginning of the year, end of the year?
End of the year. End of the
End?
year.
End.
Yeah, October. Mhm.
Okay. I'll write it down. Now, in February 2020, and that has nothing to do with the angles of the chart. This is just based on your moon, which should be accurate. You had what we call a progress moon return. So this moon, okay,
Mhm.
represent your emotions. You're a very tough person, very tough emotionally. This is who you are. This will never change. It's also good, very good for business. But there are layers on top of it that are cyclical. Every 27 years, and those cycles of emotions are 2.5 years. Okay, we get a different flavor that adds to that. So you ask me about the fire rate, if there are these different times. It depends on your emotional make, in your emotional um, what's the word? In your emotional status at that time. Okay, that every 2.5 years it changes. And then when it finished that cycle at the age of 27, you got a new emotional beginning. Some people get married, some people start a new job, something new. For you, it happened in February 2020. Now,
Mhm.
that whole period of 2020 to 2022, a lot of things happened in your life. Um, 2020, you had something emotional new started, whatever it is. 2021, January, February, March, a lot of restructuring of your relationship. If the time is accurate, maybe that's when you took it to the next level with Brandon. I don't know. Um, and then in April 2021, April 2021, 2022, 2022, yeah, you started your Saturn return. I know I threw a lot of things at you now, so let me explain. Saturn is this energy that runs for 29 years throughout our chart. Okay, every 2 years in a different area of the chart. When it goes around, it creates difficulties and awareness and hard work in that area of the chart. And then when it goes back after 21 years, 29 years, we say Saturn return. Okay. And that's a period in life where if you're not a responsible person and you lived in your people and your parents' basement, they will kick you out because it's a new period starting. And if you're a very responsible person, that will be a great time for you for the next 2 years to achieve things. So that's usually time when people get married, starting a family, buying a new home. It's all about domestic security. Regardless of the time of your child, that's what happened to you between 29 to 31. 2 years of rebuilding. But what I'm trying to figure out, based off the time in the chart, the exact time when you and Brandon um, took this relationship to the next level, because it shows expansion of your relationship, it shows love, it shows relationship, transformation, and then it shows age 30 is particularly was great year, December 6th, 2020. But again, it all depends if the time is right, and I don't know.
Mhm.
So when did you get married? I mean, I know the time is right as far as the period, but I want
Right. So we got married in 2018. We did October 2018. We did our Muslim wedding, but then we didn't move in together and didn't buy a house until 2019, which was spring and like May, around that time in 2019. Yeah, around June, I think I would say. June 2019 is when we bought the house, our first apartment.
June 2019.
Yeah, that's when we moved into that first apartment. And then we had another wedding in November of 2019. That's like our date, November 8th, 2019. That's like our solid like anniversary date. And then because we had moved in together by that time. From June,
November 8, 2019, that was the wedding.
the wedding, right, right. But legally we had gotten married in October of 2018.
And the chart may not be accurate for the
What dates
timing.
do you have? What dates do you have there?
First of all, about your career, hold on. I know we're recording all this and we're doing this sort of live, but whatever. It's just very curious here. The bio animated chart. So if I'm gonna take your chart, I'm gonna take this one, but later, dynamic animated chart. And I move it X. I will look at it later on my own time. I don't want to do it right now live. I don't want to throw things off the cuff, you know what I mean, in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna continue it based on this time, but it's a good thing you told me. So
Mm-hmm.
2019, you bought your apartment
Yeah.
in June, end of
Mm-hmm.
October 2018, which correlates to this actually, that your base structure at book change, it correlates to this, maybe 1 degree off, which is
Mm-hmm.
few minutes. And then the wedding was November 8th, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So let's leave this on the side. Now, currently, um, I want to look at something. So, so you are April 2026, second progression. Wait a minute. Dynamic. Well, I hate doing things live.
I know. Don't worry about it.
Secondary progression today. Okay. So since about 6 months ago or so,
Mm-hmm.
you finished a period of 2 years to change of a very soft, I would call it, emotional phase. And about 6, 7 months ago, on top of your toughness, you started to become more fiery. So if you ask me about danger time since 6 months ago to now, and for the next 2 years, you're more fiery than the usual. Okay, I don't know if you feel it. You're very tough emotionally, so that's difficult to distinguish when you're just tough or when you're tough with fire, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
basically, you're a very strong person, okay? You can be triggered, okay? You can be triggered. Um, and you're also going through a phase for many years of becoming more and more intense. Now, intensity is good and is bad. Good is depends how you use it, you know what I mean? You can use that fire that you have to achieve, and then you're going to reach very far. And we're going to talk about this in a few seconds. Okay. Um, but if you found yourself more obsessive, more jealous in the past, I don't know, as time go by, you understand that this is a process that you're going, you got to be aware of it. So it's like people can say, oh, I'm becoming more aggressive. But you can be aggressive in a good way and aggressive in a bad way, you know what I mean? So, same thing with intensity. You can become intense in a good way and become intense in a bad way. It depends how you challenge the energy. The
Mm-hmm.
bottom line is, as time go by, you becoming more and more intense, but at the same challenge it.
Say it again. I missed that last part.
It's a prepare for a siren. This is like they said, be close to shelter. Fucking
Oh boy.
assholes. This is 4 times today.
Oh my
The,
goodness.
the shelter is right here, so we'll see what happens. If I get the siren, I gotta run in. You
Of
can
course.
disconnect and I can call you back, or you can just stick around and look at the wall of my Airbnb. Um, what works well for you is that you are a very objective person. You're very objective and you're peace-loving person in nature. So you can be intense inside. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to use crazy words that can get you all scared. You can be very intense inside, but still not show it outside or not project it out so people won't know. So it's like you have a volcano inside,
Mhm.
but you're not taking it out on other people. But at the
Mhm.
same time, if it's hurting you, this is what I'm trying to get to. If it's hurting you, you gotta get the outlet to be in peace with yourself. It's like you have to understand who you are. Okay, you're a person that says me first. Okay, that's who you are. What can you say? You're a person who needs space. You need freedom in relationship. This is who you are. Okay, so if you accept it, then all is good. Don't beat yourself up too much. Okay. Now the next 7, 8 years, you are evolving, evolving a lot in a way that you even too young to understand how much you're evolving. And with this evolvement, hold on, I want to bring another chart here for me more than for you.
Mhm.
Good. Usually within 6 to 7 minutes of this first alert, there will be a siren.
Oh
So,
boy.
and then some missile is going to fall somewhere, hopefully not on this house. It's
Jeez.
fucked
Yeah.
up, seriously. It's really messed up.
I'm so sorry. It's unreal. Yeah, I can't even imagine living through that. Like, I don't know how you guys are doing that.
Insane, really insane. Okay, so this is for me. Don't worry about this for now, of what you're looking at. Um, the next 6 or 7 years, maybe even more. I want to say maybe even 10. But the 6 or 7 years that you're going through self-transformation. Okay?
Okay.
So the thing is with transformations, they're so slow you don't even feel it. And then you look back, you say, wow, this is how I am, or this is what I became. At the same time, it makes you very strong and empowered. Your 40s, I bet you're going to make shitload of money.
Mm.
You're
Amen.
building yourself right now, okay? And you have the ability to stick with it because you're very tough emotionally. It's good for business. Um, but there will be roadblocks, and the roadblocks are the relationship. The roadblocks are the challenges with raising kids. Um, it's a roadblocks, but this is the card that you know you got to, that you got dealt, and you got to
Mm.
deal with it. But
Mm.
I said to myself, I look at the child, I said like, wow, this woman in 40s, she's gonna be amazing. A lot of good things happen.
Mm.
Building. Now you're building and building and building. So your chart shows that actually today, I heard some booms in the distance. Sometimes they don't call
Oh my goodness.
to the shelter if the town that you're in is not. You see, when they shoot those missiles in Iran, when they come to our direction, you get the alert. As it gets closer, it's crazy, right? As the missiles get closer from Iran, they know exactly where it's gonna land.
Oh
So
my
if
goodness.
it's in a very close proximity here, we gotta run to shelter. But if it's in
Mm.
a neighboring town or in the mountains or whatever, we don't go to shelter, but you hear it. And I just heard a few booms.
Oh
But
my
let's
goodness.
see.
I
Oh,
think you should go in the shelter just in case.
no, I'm here in the family upstairs where I'm staying with because it's the Airbnb, but the shelter is shared.
Mm.
So 10:42. There is one more minute because usually it's 7 minutes.
Mm.
But if we don't hear the siren within the next 2 minutes, we're good. We'll see what happens.
Jeez.
Anyway, um, So the chart shows that starting today, very nice social time, and maybe that describes, oh, it says it's over. So the
Okay.
booms that I heard is that whatever they
All in one. Oh
fell
God.
somewhere. You understand? We sleep at night, and it's like my body is ready to jump. So it's
Mm.
like it's not a relaxing sleep. It's like you wake up every 2 hours.
Yeah, it's very alarming.
Mm.
Mm.
Anyway, so you're evolving and you're in a building phase. Okay.
Mm.
April, starting today, shows very nice emotional social time. Maybe that describes you and I time, which means the chart is correct. It
Mm.
could be because today, literally, is the start of a month where you got to take advantage of social times. So this is when
Okay.
astrology comes to play. If you had to plan, let's say, gatherings with
Mm.
people, this is the time, the next 1 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
The wind is in your back on that one. And it's annual. So every year, it's less than it's every 9 months, 10 months. So now it's here, then it's here, then it's here, then it's here, and it brings good times. So the way it works is like that. April, very nice for career and life direction, especially April 2nd through the 4th, but then the rest of the month. But like if you worked for a company and you had to ask for a raise, I will tell you today is the day that you should ask for a raise. Literally today.
Oh my
If
goodness.
if I knew that your birth time is accurate,
Mm.
1:45 a.m. So I will tell
Mm.
you today, ask for a raise or do something, and you're gonna, the wind is in your back.
Mm.
But in general, it's very good social time
Mm.
uh, for the company. Yeah. Um, Now, in sorry, I'm looking at something.
Mm.
There are June, July could be stressful for you,
Okay.
but if you plan it well, you can achieve a lot during this time
Mm.
because there is this energy that's going to land on you when it's going to bring a lot of stress. Now,
Mm.
stress can be good, stress can be bad. Stress can be good if you get many, many things to do.
Mm.
So, this is the time where I tell people when the ocean and you got a big wave come at you, it can knock you over, or you can surf. That's how
Mm.
you take things and make them positive because you surf, because it's time. So, if you plan correctly, June and July, you have a lot of stuff happening at your career direction. If you can plan it well, then you're going to achieve a lot. It's going to be a very good time.
Mm.
August, you're going to start, and again, it all depends based on this time, 1:45 a.m. I can be off a little bit though, because this period definitely is coming. Is just if it's coming in August or in the end of July or in the end of August, but it's coming your way, starting a very good period of positivity and good luck. Okay. Um, so this is coming here. So you're gonna be positive about things, you're gonna be projecting positivity, a lot of things gonna go in your way. There
Mm.
is other changes that's coming in your direction, but
Mm.
this one is going to be, and I don't know if you're planning something. I don't know what your life situation is, so I'm just throwing it, but maybe it correlates to something that you are planning. So the way
Mm.
it goes is, um, August, you're going to start for a very good period of 1 year. Okay, one
Mm.
year, 2027, 2028, mid 2027 to mid 2028, you're gonna see money. A lot of things happening in your money area. So now
Mm.
the same thing happened 12 years ago. From 2027, 12 years ago is 2015, but you were too young for that.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
2015. 2015, you were born in 1992, you were 18, 15. No.
Oh, 15. I when did I graduate? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. I think I graduated
Yeah,
six.
it did not manifest yet in
Mm.
2027, 15. Maybe
I
you
grad.
got some money from a different way, but not like.
I mean, I started a full-time job for the first time in 2015.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. So good. Yeah, it had to. It's
Yeah.
self-making money. That's in the area of self-making money. So the
Right.
area of self-making money of 2027 to 2028, mid 2027 to mid 2028, you're going to see a lot of financial gains. So plan accordingly. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good period for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are challenging time coming, but it's down the road. I don't want to talk about it now. 2028, 2029. It could be good, it could be bad. It all depends on what's going on in your life.
Mm.
And I'm still puzzled with the time, so I don't want to throw a date at you if I'm not 100% convinced
But this is the time. Mm-hmm.
that this is the time. So here is
Mm.
the test which I'm going to ask you to do.
Mm.
Hold on. I want to give you exact date based on this chart, and then we can tweak it because that's definitely going to work. Your
Mm.
chart is this, and is that. Okay, now we're going to move it by week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move it by 2 days. May 24th, plus minus few days. Okay, gonna start those 2 months that I was telling you that you're gonna have a lot of stress at work. Stress cannot is not bad. It could be just that you're in the middle of 10 projects, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And why I'm thinking is good because of this energy that correlates to beneficial time with groups and organizations that's happening to you at the same time in during May.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this month is very good for you to work. Maybe you're gonna build network. Maybe I don't know what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna get all this stress because a lot of stuff happen. So if it happens plus minus 2, 3 days from May 24th, please let me know. Should I
Okay.
go back to this period because I know because I'm like you know I know
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna happen. I can be off,
Mm.
and if you know that it's accurate, then later if you talk to me in a year or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we can talk about some challenges that's coming your way in 2 years.
Mm.
One of the challenges, and I don't want to call it a challenge, this one is actually a change. And hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's in the middle of 2028. It's too far.
Mm.
A lot of changes happening with you and back there. No, I don't want to talk about it now. It's not right and it's way too far ahead.
Sure.
Let's do one thing at a time. So
Yeah.
the one thing at the time is this month supposed to be very nice, good for you
Hmm.
at work in your career. So take advantage of this.
Hmm.
And what I told you about May.
Yep. It's on May.
Now, I know I confused you a lot because I wasn't focused because of this exact time that drive me crazy. I'm looking at it and I'm questioning myself. So it's your time to ask me questions, whatever you want.
All right. Wow, no, it's a lot of good intel. We got a lot of good notes. Could we go back to the a point about the family that you brought up? Something that was maybe I think you mentioned something that was like a something of a loss. I think guess I would want to go through that. What prompted that, or what was um what
What
exactly?
prompted that?
Mm-hmm.
There is a energy that's called Pluto.
Mm,
In Greek mythology, Pluto is the world of the underworld.
mm,
Um, Here, it's in the sign of Scorpio, which is the deepest sign that there is. Okay, so you take in Pluto in Scorpio, usually is death, but
mm,
death doesn't have to be necessarily physical death.
mm,
Death can be death and regeneration. It's metaphorically. But because it's in Scorpio and because it's in the fourth house of a family, it seems that the possibility of a loss at a young age is there.
mm,
Could be. If it happened, then you know why. If not, I would say you grew up in a very, very intense environment. A very
mm,
intense environment, but at the same time, you're loyal. There's going to be also a lot of secrets with the family because, again, this correlates with secrets. But it also correlates with love because Venus is there. If Venus was not there, I would be prone to say more negative
mm,
than with Venus. Venus brings love,
mm,
intense love. So I don't know
mm,
what was the situation with the family. There's a
mhm,
lot of secrets there also. There's a very complex psychological stuff that was embedded in you from a
mhm,
young age.
mm,
You were born with very deep psychological stuff,
mhm,
but you got a gift. The gift is this moon in Capricorn, okay? Very, 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 very tough. Um, this also shows that you can be impulsive. It's actually far, it's not that close to the moon. So it doesn't affect the moon, it affects behavior, but it doesn't affect the moon emotional instability. You're stable emotionally, and your mother, like I said, it seems like she was the power behind the family. I don't know. It's very strong.
mhm.
Um, why it doesn't resonate? I mean,
I'm just trying to dive into it more a little bit because never thought about it that way. That I think you mentioned something that the family was it's very intense. I guess that was the right word that you
yeah,
used. Yeah, I never felt that way in my life about it, but just trying to like dive
it
a little
could
bit.
be that that was your experience.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So how was growing up for you?
Yeah, it was great. Intense didn't come to mind. I guess that was kind of what you know implored me to ask a little bit more questions about that. Definitely more lighthearted and um, I
You're
mean I
very,
still.
very loyal to the family, that's for sure, because of the Scorpio thing.
Mhm,
There's a lot of loyalty there.
mm,
There's love, but this brings, so that means if it's not the intensity, that means that this is the inner resourcefulness because this has multiple possibilities. You are extremely resourceful person.
mhm, mhm,
Now, the parent that was at home, which
Mm,
usually is the mother,
mhm,
is extremely tough in power.
mm,
And that shows about you as well.
mm, mm. Yes. And then you had also mentioned raising children doesn't come as easy or isn't, is a little bit more of a challenge. Could you give a little bit more on that? Like how did you come up with that or what
Okay,
shows?
we have two things that are in the chart. One is south node, one is north node. Okay, astrologically. We say that I don't talk about past life, this, that. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it doesn't work. My personal beliefs don't matter at this point. What astrology say is this represents what you come to the world with,
Mm,
and this is what your soul come to the world with. It's all about the soul. And this is what you are going to all life, but never get there, which means it's like a sign. This is your direction, but you don't get to that direction. Just go there. Always go there. Okay. So what you were born with is a great tendency and ability to be part of groups and organizations and communication and what you do probably. Real estate is perfect. I also thought maybe internet groups you can be part of. You can be a leader because of your personality and all that. This is something that all your life you're going to go to. It's more, it's you look into it, which is all about fifth house is about creativity, is about kids, a lot of about kids. Um, and it's just a challenge, which means you want to be the perfect mother, but there is a lot of other things that's happening, so you may not feel that you're
mm-hmm,
the perfect mother
mm-hmm,
because of the
mm-hmm.
other things that's happening. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you are not the perfect mother.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's about your feeling that you want is the
Yeah.
challenge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, does it not resonate with you?
No, it does. That's kind of where I wanted to, because it's obviously the newest chapter of my life. Like you
Yeah,
mentioned, the last 6 to 7 months, my baby's about 8 months old. I'm trying to figure out that fireness. Maybe that's where that angst is coming from, not being able to perform the duty of a mother as much as I want to. But
it's a
having,
challenge.
yeah.
You are who you are. You know,
Mm-hmm,
if you accept it and do the best that you can do and give the baby the best that you can,
mm-hmm.
then that's it. You know, it's not the 50s that the moms are at home raising the kids and the fathers are whatever.
Right.
You're a powerhouse. I mean, you really are, you know. So it's like juggling. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Um, and it can cause a lot of relationship issues.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
these relationship issues is doesn't necessarily mean just a husband.
Right.
Any committed relationship. So if you have business partners, you will go through struggles with them.
Mm-hmm.
Always. It's just
Mm-hmm.
lessons learned.
Right. Right.
And this transformation of yours now that you're in it, it's gonna go for years. But I
Mhm.
gotta tell you, in your 40s, you're gonna be, if we don't talk, talk to me in your 40s. Tell me you're right.
Yeah, 40s, it's coming up, huh?
Yeah. But also, we go back to this dual house just to see your chart. And what you're going through at the same time is this fixed charts, and these are the transits which are gonna go today. Yeah. So this is like what I said, the energy that show that bring you good luck this month. Right now you're in a phase that yes, we call it divine protection, which means if you have some enemies that you're not aware of, they're gonna fail in harming you. That's why we say divine protection. But then coming up this summer, you're going to have a very good, optimistic year. So I don't know if you're walking towards something right now that
Mhm.
you think is going to manifest or come to fruition in few months. And if so, then that's happening this summer.
Okay.
And
I
then
think.
next summer, you're
Mhm.
going to see money. So play the cards right. Plan whatever you got to do for next summer when you
Mhm.
build now. Wind is in your back. Maybe it's starting in May when all this stress coming, and the stress
Mhm.
can be like 10 projects at the same time. Good, bring it on. I can take it. I'm tough emotionally. I can do
Mhm.
it my every day. But at the same
Mhm.
time, wow, I got a baby at home. No, but this is a lot of money here. I really want it. I need money. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can see the picture, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's all
Right.
the stuff that's gonna go in your head. So you're gonna
Right.
juggle.
Right. There's some organizational structure changes like they're happening in the office, and I'm going back to that since I'm on my extended leave right now, and that's coming up, and there's another role that they might be giving me a promotion to, so it's kind of all aligning, which is making a little bit more sense. And in the back of my mind during this leave, I was kind of contemplating whether I want to go back or not. And now I kind of wanted to hear your take and see what's in store, what's lined up in the next few months. And I think that, yeah, I think that
So
maybe we
if
could.
if you don't go back,
Mm,
if you don't go back, what
mm,
are your options of
right,
earning money? Because you're a businesswoman,
right,
it's
right. I
what do
would
you,
either I would have to look or search for another job or another career path or something that isn't in the same realm of real estate, because it's getting harder and harder to be in the office, something more remote,
right?
something.
So this is happening in 2028. I wanted to look at my ephemeris, which is
Mm,
on these dates that I was telling you about.
mm-hmm,
But in 2028, your life direction is changing, career changing. That's 2028. So maybe you're gonna make ton of money in between 2027 to 2028 because it correlates with the money that you're gonna have between 2027 to 2028. Very good career year.
mm, mm,
So this optimism and good luck between now, 2026 to mid 2027 to mid 2028, your possessions, money, self-making money is being expanded while there is a major life change at the same time in your career direction. And it is one every 29 years. So the
mm,
next time is going to happen in 30 years from now. So when
mm,
this happen in 2028, this is it.
mm,
You're going to take the bull by the horn and run with it for 2.5 years. So
mm,
that's why I'm saying your life shows a lot of things happening and transformation that's going on with you.
mm,
And what's going to give is your guilt or
mm,
try to do the best that you can with the family. Look, I
mm.
mean, my daughter raising kids and she has a business. So I know all about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just the juggling of both, and what's gonna make most sense for us.
Right. So
Hmm.
look at again, I'm curious about this May. I want to know when in May all this thing is landing on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we will know if we can walk with a 1:45 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to throw things that whatever may not work.
Sure. Sure. All right.
We
Well,
good?
very good. Very good. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, I'm
Please.
gonna stop the sharing.
Yes.
And where is the recording here that we gotta stop?